finally, he says. Finally. Oh, like this was never gonna come ever in the history of forever. All right, fine. I'll be sure to wait a year next time before I do a stream. Whatever, DeMarcus. Jeez. Hello. Wow. I think this is one of the fastest times that multiple people just showed up in one stream. Makes sense. It's been a while. It's been a bit. For good reason. Obviously, I would never just leave you guys hanging for so long without a proper understanding of how my situation is. Thanks to the coronavirus, and all this, he's not Jayden. He's not, I'm joking. It's a joke. But thanks to the coronavirus, things over at RT and basically any fucking other, like, place that's treating this as it should be, as a serious epidemic. Things are not going as too well. We're getting production done. We are doing that. I'm doing my job. Everyone else is doing their job. But now we're working from home. Thanks to working from home, production has... Of course, the production's going to take a little bit of a hit. But I'm not going to say it's taken so much of a hit that we're not getting things done at the proper time intervals. Thanks to the fact that we've actually been starting things relatively earlier than normal. So things are still okay. But that doesn't mean I get to slack off. In fact, it means I need to meet my deadlines that much quicker. Now, not only am I doing my standard Nobody Cries for Nothing pages, I also have to now do storyboards for particular shows and stuff for RT. And now that I'm doing that simultaneously and I really want to get my story done, I really have no time for pretty much anything. Oh, Uncle. Neighbor, my dad died, so I do go. Or do I? Dad's funeral. Go on your dad's funeral. Are you kidding? But yeah, that's basically my situation. You can't slack off with that attitude. Yeah, it's my attitude. I need to go into a more lazier state, but I can't seem to do that considering I kind of like my job and I like doing my job well. So, that's not happening. I hate that. I hate, thanks to the coronavirus, I'm giving more of a responsibility because now that I'm working from home, I need to actually do things at home. And if you know any person who went to school and had to do homework at home, that's a lot harder than just doing it in an environment where working seems to be the norm. So, yeah, not saying I can't do that, just saying it's an uphill battle for a procrastinator such as myself. Yeah, there was some jokes about that, about even though we have to work from home, look at the bright side. At least Animal Crossing's coming out. Too bad I'm not a fan of Animal Crossing. I'm not saying that I don't like the game, I just don't get it. It's not the type of game that I'm used to playing, I guess. Even though I'm a Harvest Moon fan, I'm a Persona fan, I'm all these other different fans, but I could never get in to Animal Crossing for some reason. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't be social. Stay away from people. Never, ever, in the history of your life, touch another person as long as this thing is going out. You have to treat everything as though that you're going to die the very next second. Be afraid. Be afraid. Anyway, have a nice day, everyone. Yeah. I've been doing that since I was doing that since I was 3 years old. Why is everyone else now following my lead? That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's like, I've always treated life as though I was going to die the very next second. Oh, you guys are doing this now? Oh, it's because a virus with a cool name shows up is when you start getting scared. I see your game. Earth. Awesome. Hello, Top Awesome. We need toilet paper. It was like when I went to my local Target and other local retailers, they were all out of toilet paper. Luckily, I have at least 8 rolls. I think that's good enough for me. I am one dude, and I only go to the bathroom maybe like twice a day, maybe 3 times if I've eaten something weird. I know that's something y'all probably did not want to hear, but that's how it goes. Toilet paper. You got done with Pokemon Sword 3 times. Okay. I got done with Pokemon Sword 2 times, so I can get Zamazenta twice, so I can trade it in for the other one. Or was it Zacian? Those 2 names are stupid to me. If it made anyone feel any better, I was definitely planning to do a stream once Gray versus Esdef comes out, because that's a fight I worked on. But that's another week and a half away or so. I'm bored with insomnia, and I need something to do. You just started Pokemon Sword. New MLP reactor. Well, welcome to the herd, buddy. Hopefully you don't hurt yourself in like 18 different episodes for the simple fact that your enjoyment is through the roof. Never seen Fair Hero, but damn, their death battle is exciting. Yeah, I gotta admit, working on death battle, I have to say, right next to Mob versus Tatsumaki, I think that death battle was in the spectrum fourth most interesting one I had to do for this season. At least in forms of combat and what they're gonna do back and forth with each other. So I will say it's gonna be a good battle. That's take my word for it as a guy. Did you know that in the aftermath of she does find a few living people and it's caused them a great stress and the rescue dogs for fine? Interesting. Didn't really think we needed to know that, especially when it's just a random fact, but cool, I guess. Haven't seen Fairy Tail or Agami Got Kill. Well, here's a little brief synopsis for you. Fairy Tail is about a bunch of people who use friendship to basically solve any problem. Agami Got Kill is the exact opposite, where you do everything you can to basically do everything yourself, and if you can't, you die. So, yeah. So, I'm currently browsing. Also, for everyone who is here and anyone who cares, I'm not doing the Remind DLC for Kingdom Hearts. I'm not doing that mainly because idiotic me kind of already completed it and played everything on it. Why did I do that? I think it's because I thought I was recording, and after I got done with like almost all of the story of the DLC portion of the Remind DLC, I noticed that I was not in fact recording, and I thought to myself, okay, I can either pretend I don't know anything, start weirdly in the middle of all this when I'm about to get into the bosses apparently, which came at the end of it all, or just deal with it. Now, I can make it up to you. I can make it up to you. Okay, I can't make it up to you. I was planning on doing a live stream, live streams of me playing, live streams of me playing Persona 5, the Royale Edition, because I played Persona 5, and it's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. And with Persona 5 Royale coming around the corner, I wanted to share my experience with that, see all new things, since it's basically the definitive edition of my favorite game franchise. The only problem is, Persona's way more heavily copyrighted than I initially thought, so it might be a little bit of a problem there, but I need to do something. The only thing I can do is, one thing you guys should know, is that even though I am playing the Remind DLC and I basically beat it, I beat all the data fights, and one, I only beat them on Proud because I had to give up on Critical. I could not beat, I gave up on Sayax. Xemnas, and Xemnas, and what was it? Who else did I had like a real bitchy time with? I think I had an okay time with Ansem. It wasn't that bad. But those are the main 3. I had main problems with Sayax, Xemnas, and maybe even Ansem. Everyone else was either meh to challenging enough for me. Even young Xehanort, he was tough, but he was manageable. But once I got into Syx, he just broke me. I couldn't beat that shit in critical. That's why I commend Nico B, who person I'm currently watching play the Remount DLC. I commend his ass. He is going hard and he's not giving up, and I love that. So I replayed the entire thing on Proud, got to the things again, and then everything was just a much easier time. Much easier time. I even beat Syx and everything. I made him my first victim. That's how much I wanted to just get him over with. Then I did all the data organization members, defeated Xehanort, and then I got to Yozora. And okay, I can do a live stream of Yozora literally raping my ass if I wanted to. Because that's gonna take me a while. I'm taking a bit of a break. I'm taking a break from Yozora. He's an asshole. Anyway, after that tangent, I missed some of your comments. Yeah, sorry. I didn't even know there was DLC for Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, there is, and it's an interesting check. I think it's worth it. I don't think the price is worth it, but I think it's worth getting if you want to know more about what happened in 3 and make a little bit more sense to you. In forms of things. Like having Aqua, the reason why she was just standing there like a goddamn lump on a log is because she saw a bunch of her evil clones of herself. I'm like, okay, yeah, traumatic. I can see that. That makes sense. Everyone else getting taken up like that. Sora running all over the place. Time traveling and shit like that. Mickey being the king of awesome and fucking taking on all 13 organization member body of Xehanort. And it's like, what the fuck? What is the power scaling in this fucking community? Jesus. Oh, good. You just remember from the beginning, or a gameplay doesn't be blind. I can do that if you really want me to. I can do that. I can work it like that if you really want that, because it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can give off how I felt at the time and what this explains and give my general opinions of it. But yeah, I like doing things blind because it's been my MO, right? So I guess if I can't do it blind, my MO is like, oh, I can't do it. Syx is the hardest one. Yeah, according to Nico, he's the main one he had problems with, and I can agree. He's a fucking asshole. I guess I can. Yeah, a few months. How come I feel like feel like you're doing a Shion joke? Well, I don't think I was, but I can tell you that Shion was difficult. I wouldn't say she was impossible on Proud. Considering it was on Proud, I don't know how she is on Critical. She's probably like a fucking bitch on Critical. Considering that those fucking light beams she throws at you just takes away your overall health instead of just hurting you. Like, you can actually recover from that? No. And Nico makes me feel like a fucking idiot. The Panacea bottles are good for something. I'm like, oh, so you tell me I could have made that easier for me. Goddamn, Nico, you're so awesome. So this universe versus stream about debating someone. Usually, universe versus stream usually comes about when I'm talking to people and people want to talk about me about a certain thing, and I have like a particular opinion on something. Sometimes, but sometimes it's just there just to be funny. Yozora is a goddamn asshole. He's just fucking dickhead. It's fucking at the start of the battle, I'm gonna try to see if I can steal your Keyblade. Oh, you actually managed to dodge my incredibly convoluted fucking pattern to try to steal your Keyblade? Well, good job. Now I'm just gonna kick your ass by fucking shooting a bunch of fucking balloons at you or whatever. I'm gonna you have oh, you beat me. Oh man, you have a nice Koopa coin. It would be a shame if someone took it in the middle of the battle and used it. I hate everything in that fight. I think that's why I had to take a break. See, this is the whole thing about going into something blind and not understanding a character. Because if I was on the internet and people say, hey, this bitch can steal your Koopa coin, I would not go in with a Koopa coin. I would not do that. I would be like, okay, first first kill. Let's fucking do this. But nope, I didn't know that. And he took it. And he used it. And then he kicked my ass. And it's like, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a good few weeks away from you, bastard. Anyway. Okay. Continuing on. Were you surprised who voiced Yozora? Not really, considering when I looked him up. he wasn't anything. He wasn't shit. I mean, no offense to voice acting. He's a really good voice actor. He's really good. But I thought he was gonna be like a bunch of people, like, you know, Yuri Lowenthal levels of voice acting talent. But he was just some dude who had some pretty interesting roles. I'm like, okay. I don't see how his name was so special to be like, this guy is the voice of Yozora. I'm like, okay. If I remember correctly, the Japanese voice actor for Yozora was Kaminari from My Hero Academia. Let me see here. Let me make absolutely sure. Unless I was looking at a wrong page, because I'm pretty sure it's like voice actor. Yeah, it's Dalen Sprouse. He's the voice actor for yeah. Okay, that's what made it. That was the only surprising thing. It was he's Zach. He's Zach from Zach and Cody. I'm like. I would be surprised if I didn't already know that Dylan is a nice voice actor. It's like, okay, cool. I know he can act, but the fact that he's Yozora, I don't see how that's supposed to be like some mind-breaking thing. It's like, cool, he has work. That makes me happy. You know, we could live stream this live stream the live stream in Discord. Until someone teaches me how to do that, I'll definitely try that. Who's Shion? Shion is okay. Shion is the creation of Vexen? Creation of Vexen using the memories that Naminé got from taking away the memories from Sora in Rechain of Memories as a failsafe, just in case Roxas couldn't do the things that they wanted to do. So that's how she can wield the Keyblade and kind of has the same eyes as Sora. I think I got that right. Confirm that for me, because goddammit, I forget how convoluted this shit is. But yeah, that's Shion. More cleaner than my room. Trust me, my mom was planning on coming in this weekend. It was not always like this. Take a sip of the moonshine each time Sayak sets moonshine down. Oh, fuck him. Okay. You were the Apple Geek? You were with Apple Geek. Yes, I did a few live streams with Apple Geek, and I really wish I could continue doing those streams. Oh, yeah. I watched the HB Dota spawn today. I don't know who half those characters are. Yeah, you should. I never played Kingdom Hearts. Is it worth it? I say yes. It depends, really. If you're a fan of Disney characters and also Final Fantasy, I think this is the perfect game for you. If you're only a fan of Disney characters and not Final Fantasy, then it's a hard maybe. If you're only interested in Final Fantasy and not Disney characters, then I honestly have to recommend it. Because ultimately, the Disney characters don't really amount to anything throughout all of the things, with a minor few exceptions of maybe one or two Disney characters that do a little bit more than they should, for obvious reasons, if you play the series. So, yeah. I'd say it's worth it because I had a blast, Nico B had a blast, and a bunch of other people I know had a blast. The only problem is Kingdom Hearts 3 took so long to come out, people got burnt out on that wait, and due to it not meeting up to certain expectations, that they say it's not worth it. But since you can just binge it, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more worth it that you'll understand everything instantly instead of having to wait multiple years on different titles and on different consoles and shit like that. So I'd say do it. Who beat User twice after they stole his Cooper coin. Yep, because people on the internet are way better than people like me. Duh. Maybe it means Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 4? I don't know. I forget. Hold on. I had a hard time remembering. There was I don't know. There was a part of me that thought that this was another type of. I mean, it is a Disney property, so it's weirdly not out of the realm of possibility. It's kind of like Smash Brothers at this point. Who is my favorite student from Class 1A? Mineta. Why? Come at me, bro. Hannah Montana from Kingdom Hearts 4. You're up keeping up with Kingdom Hearts lore. Yeah. You should. Come on, I know you want to see Sora leave a burning poop bag on Mr. Mosby's front door. It'll be an amazing video game. I am here. Hello, Infinite. The Disney characters are there wherever the plot calls for them. Yeah, they don't really do much at all of anything unless the core Disney characters are there. I don't even like Disney and have ever played Final Fantasy, and I love Kingdom Hearts. So it's not a fighting game where you play as a Disney character. It's Cancel's Order. He's saying Zack and Cody, voice actor of. Yozora is a character who is basically Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 that Nomura really wanted to make because he got played and is trying to show up Square that he can do his own shit. So basically, Yozora, not Noctis, is voiced by Zack from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I like Disney, but some of those crossovers weirded me out. Hannah Montana will be summoned in Kingdom Hearts 4. Sora summons her and Heartless will summons because it's just that bad. Oh wow, just like that, huh? You're just gonna insult her like that? Okay, just casual insulting. Okay. How would you scale the power of the Keyblade or any Keyblade? How would I scale the power? Like, what do you mean it's scale the power? Like in versus wiki wise? Like, how would I make it so that which Keyblade is more powerful than the other? Well, obviously the top tiers are the Ultimate Weapon Keyblade. Are the Ultimate Weapon Keyblade, Oathkeeper and Oblivion, and some side Keyblades. But in forms of power scaling, each Keyblade is fundamentally, technically, very relative to one another. Because the Keyblade is dependent on the skill of its wielder. So the more skilled the more skilled Sora, Riku, Kairi, literally anyone else with a Keyblade is, the more power that Keyblade is going to have. The X-Blade is the only exception because the X-Blade was literally created to be the most powerful thing. Because it's like the difference between why Sora only has the Kingdom Key, canonically, only has the Kingdom Key throughout his entire adventure, yet can compare himself with Riku, who got an upgraded car key, Mickey, who was upgraded his Keyblade from the Key of Darkness to the Shadow Seeker or whatever the fuck else it's called. All these other different Keyblades, but why is it that Sora is still vastly powerful, if not comparable to these people who have constantly upgraded their Keyblades? It's because the wielder itself also means a lot to its strength itself. It's not just that, which is another reason why Xemnas can barely scratch Sora in a lot of different cases where they fight, but can instantly body Axel with his Keyblade because he is not nowhere near as skilled as Sora, Riku, and I was about to say Kairi, and Mickey are with their Keyblades. So that's my opinion. I'm in Discord VC if anyone wants to hang out while watching the stream. What about the X-Blade? Already explained. Hurt Nomura, damn you, Square. Someone has to pay. Looks at Sora and consider putting. Let's see. Yeah, man. When I lost Yozora, I was actually really upset. I was like, what do you mean I get a bad ending if I don't win? Fuck you. Can you play Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 and get the full story? Or are you spin-off necessary because I heard the spin-offs are canon? Yes, that's the whole thing about Kingdom Hearts. If you want to understand every single thing, fundamentally, every single thing that goes on from 1 through 3, you have to play, or at least have a general understanding on what the other games are and what they say. Because if you jump in from 1 and go into 2, you don't know who the fuck this random anime-haired kid is why you're playing as him, what's up with this datascape, who the fuck is Axel, who the fuck am I? You have to have at least some general understanding of the other games if you want to even hope to understand the plot of 1, 2, and 3. I don't think... Okay, why is that every single time I give off my opinion on a particular character, people say I have to rethink it, is wrong, or anything like that? I thought the whole thing about opinions is that you either need to accept that it's mine or just deal with your own nonsense. I don't have to rethink anything. Minetta's my favorite 1A character. Shut up. Noctis for Kingdom Hearts 4. That would be the weirdest fucking thing ever. Like, Noctis meets Yozora, and then it's like, who are you? I'm you, but successful. The successful version of you. Yeah, you're not actually gonna do that. Let me donate $500 to you. Yeah, you're not actually gonna do that. Thanks for putting it like that, though. I don't really feel like voice chatting. We all agree that Xehanort solo's everyone, though, right? Xehanort, pretty much, if you're gonna go off his own particular feats and how he is basically the prime of what the other organization members are supposed to be. So, yeah, he pretty much solos everyone. In Kingdom Hearts? What? Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you? Because... Screw it, I'll tell you. Screw it, I'll tell you. When you fight Yozora, you can restart as many times you want. Restart as many times you want. When you fight Yozora, you keep fighting him. But if you don't win and you give up, you actually try to back out, go back to the main title screen. You are going to get a cutscene of Sora losing. He drops his Keyblade. He loses. And Yozora's like, sorry, man, but I don't lose. And you're like, what the fuck do you mean don't lose? And then he makes you a l'Cie. He turns you into crystal. You're just there now. You're just there now. And Yozora's like, I'll save you one day, Sora. And then he walks away, which I'm pretty sure Sora is that chick and not actually the Sora that we play as. Because when Sora's like, yeah, I'm Sora, Yozora's like, why do you have that name? It's like, why would you ask that question if you didn't know that Sora's a man? He's clearly trying to save Sora, his girlfriend, and not Sora, our character Sora. And so he just kind of puts him there, just like, I'll save you. Maybe I'm referring to you, or maybe I'm referring to someone else. Because I'm emo, mysterious. Now, we're that Riku guy, so I can also do the same thing, because he's here, he's here too, I guess. I have an arrangement, and he jumps off the building. So when you beat Yozora, you actually get a good ending where you beat him, and he just fucks off somewhere, and you win. So, whatever. Kingdom Hearts lore. Everything is canon. Yes. Yes. Just like the Persona series. Everything's canon in Persona. Like every spin-off, like the like the fighting games, the mini RPGs on the DS, like all that stuff is also canon. You know that Mineta would violate Derpy. You got the chance. You clearly don't understand Mineta and his preferences, do you, Damon? I think you're just saying things just to say things and not fully understanding the character. That's why I like Mineta. People don't understand his character, and that's why I have a problem with you people. Well, people like you, because everyone else seems to be okay, if not pointing out anything. You're the only one complaining about all this. Mineta has a preference, and it's not Derpy. In fact, it's almost no one in MLP. What is wrong with you? Just play the story so far. Almost 1 a.m. over here. Gonna make some Z's. Alright, you too, man. Who's your favorite My Hero Academia villain? Overhaul has been my favorite for a long time. Thanks to the manga, because I've been to him before the anime showed up. But really, Gentle, he has a weird asphyxiation for me, because I like him for how small scale of a villain he is. But obviously, going off of Overhaul, All for One, these characters, even Shigaraki has upgraded himself from whiny little bastard to actual competent villain. I have to say that. But I have to go with Overhaul because I like his idealisms a little bit more than everyone else's. And also his quirk is whack. Yeah, opinions are only fine if they're the right opinions, and that's when people get to complain. Is Mineta the bald kid from My Hero Academia? Because he's overpowered. Exactly one of the reasons why I like him, and no one seems to realize this. Mineta is great boy. He's also a very perverted small tyke who's really in over his head on a lot of things, but the fact that he's actually more useful than half the cast? Y'all... Jordan is so fucking broken. Yes, he is. If you want, just remember that your favorite one he's doing is a frog monster. It's a frog molester? What are you talking about? What frog did he molested? I don't even know what you're talking about. And if you're talking about Sue, that's very racist. Mia has good taste, but Sue is best girl. Yeah, it's just like... frog molester. It's like, it's actually really racist. She's not a frog. She's a frog person. She has frog-like abilities and tactics, but she's not a frog. A frog is this small thing that you can fit on your hand, and it hops around and gives you warts sometimes. Sue is a girl. Sora, Yuzura, Riku, girl Sora, foursome. Dude, his morals have and limits. Dude has morals and limits, and I admire him for it. I don't believe Mineta has moral limits. I can sense from his aura. Yeah, that's your view of him, and that's fine. You can hate him if you want, but understand that I like him. He grew on me as I was reading the manga, as I was watching the anime. He's actually one of the more bearable perverts in anime to me. While every other pervert kind of just has this weird thing that I just cannot like them for, which is another big hurdle for me. Alright, you forgot to type person. Why didn't you immediately put person at the end of the thing? Okay, there you go. So you understand. Sue is a girl that looks like a frog. Don't just call Sue a frog. She's it's very insensitive. Zero North is a portal. Yes! Welcome to a non-Kingdom Hearts fan. Tell them that and do not expect them to not be confused. Dabika. Mine is Dabika. Mysterious personality and cool looks. He ain't very loyal to Shigaraki and the crew, so it's like, just give us a backstory. Please. I like backstory too. Other portals. Midnight existence is down on haters. I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. Yeah, we're just going back and forth, just talking until some of us get bored enough to leave. Because right now, I'm just kind of playing things by ear. Trying to make sure that this money doesn't burn a hole in my pocket, because thanks to the coronavirus and me staying at home and while we're here, I get to tell you guys a little thing. Whenever, and this is my own personal view, whenever you're about to get something physical, please, in all intents and purposes, do your best to get it yourself. Get it yourself. What do I mean? Why am I saying it like this? Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, I spent $127 on a 2DS and a Pokemon game because I wanted to start accumulating more Pokemon for the upcoming DLC, so I can get more Pokemon. So when they're released, I get to just transfer in there, get the Pokedex and shit like that. Because like I usually do, I used to complete the natural dex. I used to have all 800 something Pokemon, so I'm gonna start that up again by getting a 2DS and playing the games. Now, I ordered something. Both of these things cost a grand total of $127 or so. I waited my ass off for these things, and thanks to the coronavirus, the place where the mail goes, they shut down. They're closed, and they're saying due to the epidemic, we're not opening our doors. So there is a high possibility that I'm not gonna get my shit for a couple of weeks because of coronavirus, and because I opted to get it through mail. Whenever you're getting something, please see if you can get it yourself, because this is bothering the fuck out of me. That's all I gotta say. Ebola versus Corona. That'll be a death battle to remember. About the Master Roshi takes things a little bit too far, don't you think? Granted, there are not many that there, especially it just gets borderline annoying at a particular point where at least Mineta embraces the fact that he's a pervert. He embraces it and understands that he can't really control himself. Plus, he has limits and morals. And is able to be and able to do what he can. Master Roshi, I just could not get behind his perverted streak. Any serious moment I got from him was short-lived due to all the perverted moments that he had, kind of making the whole entire character less enjoyable for me, which is weird, because I'm not gonna say Mineta's too far away from that. It's just weird how I don't like Master Roshi as much. I think it's because he's an old guy. I think it's more than likely because I'm sick and tired of old anime perverts, and I'm just now embracing like a very young looking anime pervert. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's because it's more bearable and understandable for a kid to act like that than an old geezer. And how more creepy it is than an old geezer acting. You know he's 300 years old, right? The whole age is not a number thing. It's really fucking with my brain. I like Jiraiya. His perverted moments are far and few between to his badass moments. Winning. I love it. That better go worse because you're gonna toss the return. Yep. As soon as I saw that Garchomp, my boy Land Shark is coming back. Do you know Gibble was my first real shiny Pokemon that I ever got. Gibble was the first shiny Pokemon I got. And once I found out that its shiny form is purple and it sparkles, you know damn well I named my Garchomp Twilight. A lot of movies are late. I know a guy who had to pay $20 extra just because the people in the mail typed the wrong number. Jesus Christ. Why Zemnis can't use a Keyblade. Explain why Zemnis can't use a Keyblade. Explain why Zemnis can't use a Keyblade, and why don't you explain why Ansem can't use a Keyblade? The reason why they can't use a Keyblade is because they choose not to. To tell you the absolute truth, they choose not to because they clearly have the capability. And also, you have to understand that the nobodies that can use Keyblades are very special cases, unlike Zemnis being Xehanort, Heartless and Nobodies, respectively. So, there's a reason why they can't use a Keyblade. Most adorable My Hero Academia trainer. I always think Toru because of memes. I could agree with the whole Toru thing. The most adorable? I never really thought about him as adorable. Like, I don't really see cute very well. But if I had to just choose one, I think, I don't know. Honestly gonna tell you. You don't like Roshi because okay, boomer. More like I loved Roshi in the past, so yeah, I guess it's sort of like that. I love Roshi in the past. I loved his personality. I love his badass moments. And then Dragon Ball Z came by. And then Dragon Ball Super came in, and then it just kind of broke me on that aspect. I guess I just grew up. I just kind of hated that sort of style anymore. So if that's an okay boomer thing, I don't like that meme because it doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. Guess that works. Master Roshi is the ultimate boomer. I think because of the whole age difference. Roshi is an old guy who's word on 13-year-old. I mean, that is just a pervs on people who his own age and grown up, which I think is a little bit more bearable for weird reasons. Only time pro version. You named a shiny shark Twilight. Yep. Have you noticed that shiny shark that shiny shark also has a star on his forehead? Makes you think, huh? This shiny shark that's purple with a star in its forehead. Makes you think, huh? That also sparkles. Makes you think, huh? Super, not GT. You're so bad at it. It takes 20 days to cross half a globe. Andre, two. I know. I now know why you like walking. Of course, it doesn't make any sense. All humor in the future is randomly generated. I can believe that. GT doesn't exist. It's a myth, except it exists every single place in almost every single Dragon Ball Z game that allows it. Because it's a brony when I got a shiny Gibble. No, it's fine. I didn't. To tell you the truth, I probably only did it because it just sounded funny in my head that one time. I'm playing Dragon Quest, and man, the Dragon Ball style is in this game. Yeah, Dragon Quest. Yeah, Akira made all the arts and assets for that game franchise. It's another one of his babies, which is why the main character in the latest Dragon Quest game is the closest thing you're gonna get to future Trunks that you're gonna get. Or should I say 18? Or is it 17? 17. Android 17. But aren't all the characters weird fan service fetishes? I mean, you have a frog, you got an alien chick, you got a girl who can puke rainbows, you got Momo, who is basically just a walking sex appeal. Literally almost every female, don't even get me started with Midnight. Isn't all of them all just a type of fan service fetish? So that doesn't make any sense to me, buddy. You could say you don't like that particular fan service fetish, but almost all the girls in there have a certain fetish to them that you can clearly see. That's going on. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not gonna let some buyers with a cool name make me get me afraid from walking outside. I refuse. If that's gonna get me killed, God knows I'll make me happy. No. I thought they did it with almost everyone. What was your first favorite Pokemon? Garchomp. To tell you the absolute truth, Garchomp was my first ever favorite Pokemon because I loved how he was a shark guy. If I had to choose one from generation to generation, but Garchomp was like my guy. I needed to get a Garchomp in my team every new generation afterwards. That's how much I love Garchomp, and that's how much I fucking hated Sword and Shield for not allowing my boy to be in there on jump. Fuck Sword and Shield. Yeah, it could have been good. It's the best anime. Veggietales is the best anime. What's your first favorite Pokemon? I'll still go outside and run and jog. Yeah, I'll still do that. And martial arts. Costume would be the closest. Tien and Bandit Yamcha. Yeah. Honestly, anything could be a fetish. Literally, anything could be a fetish. Anything could be a fetish. Anything in history of anything. If you think about it, it could be a fetish to somebody. Let's girl, fight me. Jokes on Corona. I never go outside. Like, they'll show a character like her do more fan service stuff than a character like Ochako. I think it's because Ochako isn't the type of character to constantly do fan service stuff. You also need to take their personality into account, man. Toru is a psychotic yandere, if not a straight up psychotic yigure, because most of the things she does is just for the simple fact of hurting people, which is a lot worse, to tell you the truth. So, I don't. It's like the whole fan service bit. You have to actually take the woman's personality, overall aesthetic into account when talking about that. Ochako is nowhere near as suggestively created to act these sort of ways, like how she's do. What are you talking about? You mean Toga? What are you talking about? I was talking about Toru. And I was talking about Toru. What did I say that made you say I was talking about Toga? Thinking is always a fetish. I double dare you two watching My Little Pony. What are you talking about? Whenever I get both versions of a game, I'll get a sucky early or route normal type games. Yeah, no. I'm serious. Toru is an invisible cheerleader who is also a yandere. You don't understand their personalities, man. Oh, fuck. Are you caught up with the manga? I'm gonna take that as a no. There's no wrong way to fantasize. Hilarious. Never mind. We never had this conversation. No, I wasn't spoiling anything. What are we even talking about right now? Oh, hey, look, no, really, I never go outside because my parents think I'll get run over by a car in 5 seconds unless there's someone with me. I'm 19, goddammit. I'm sure I can cross the street. You'd be surprised how much older people I see can't cross the street correctly. But then again, these people are fucking crazy and homeless, so I don't blame them. Yeah, don't spoil the anime onlys. They I didn't say anything. I didn't say not a damn thing. I didn't say not a damn thing. I'm gonna say anything more. I completely forget that whenever I'm talking about something, there are people who are not caught up with the thing that I'm with. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. How about you read the manga or be a good little casual and wait for the anime? I'm not saying anything. I didn't say anything this entire time. What are we even talking about right now? This conversation never started. Neither has it ever began. I probably can't cross the street because twice I fell into sleepwalking while crossing the street. All right, that's something. Say a damn thing. What are you talking about? The stream just started a second ago. That is true. That is true. That is so true. There are some people. Imagine there are people who don't read manga. It's weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's obviously a thing. But yeah, you're sometimes okay with spoilers. But I'm okay. I'm not gonna say anything more. Let's go on. Oh, see, another topic. Gon versus Thanos. Why is this a fight to you? Yes, I still watch TV Universe, and I'm having a hard time still being a fan. To tell you the absolute truth, I'm having a difficult time still being a fan. It's like, man, I like some things, but I don't like others, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. You used to watch TV Universe, huh? Is this Toru spoiler like a big deal, or is it just like a gag thing or something? I'll let you decide when you get to it. There you go. How about that? I dropped TV Universe a while ago. I just going to wait next to my hair game to see what you guys are talking about. Thanos is a bigger Mordecai. Read the manga, you won't regret it. But yeah, I've been watching the latest episodes of Steven Universe Future, and I'm not enjoying myself. I'm just not. There's just so many things that I am just having a hard time. It's like, I get that. I get that he's going through depression. I get that he's going through PTSD. I get that he's doing all this sort of stuff. But it's like, why now? And I get why now. I get their explanation of why now. But why now? Why now? Because I relate to Steven Universe on a spiritual level after the whole growth spurt episode. Because that shit happened to me when I was growing up through middle school and high school. Thanks to Hurricane Katrina, my childhood traumatic experience of Hurricane Katrina makes my decisions in my current day very weird. But it's not, like... So I should understand Steven, but I don't. At the same time, it's weird. It's like, okay, it's like you gotta be really used to change at this point. It's like, you gotta be really used to change. All right, do you like Lars and Sadie? Too bad, they weren't their OTP. Now Sadie is with, is with another person. And Lars just has to deal with the fact and stuff like that. Steven is seeing all of his friends experience life without him. And he has to deal with the fact that people's lives will move on without him because he's not the center of the universe. In fact, people will change, people will grow. He's still, even though he's 16, he's basically still a child at heart because he tried to propose he just tried to propose. I don't have to say anything more than that. Look, dude, where the hell is your dad? Oh, your dad is doing things. Your dad's trying to take care of you. And he's doing the thing that I fucking hate. Look, just because I understand Steven doing it doesn't mean I gotta like him doing it. Alright? When I go through depressing stages, every single time someone asks me, what's my problem? I say, nothing's the problem. You need to do what you need to do. You need to live out your life. You don't have to care about me. And every single time I kick myself in the ass for doing it. And seeing Steven does it only reminds me of my past failures. And that's why I kind of don't like it. I like the fact you're tackling it. But since I am a personal indicator to all the things that Steven is currently going through and making all the wrong choices, I cannot just sit there and say I like this. I appreciate that they're doing it correctly, but until I see Steven turn back into what I used to like about Steven, I can't say that I like the series very much. Because I don't know what the hell is the deal here. Who is the bad guy? There is no bad guy right now. The only bad guy here is Steven's inability to adapt properly. And that's literally the only problem here. White Diamond's not a problem. There's no other type of diamond problem. There's no other threat. There is just the threat of Steven not growing correctly. Whatever. But all in all, I'm not going to say it's a bad series at all, because of all the things that it's doing. I just think it's doing it in a way that makes me not enjoy it. And simply be saying that, this is my own personal view. People can look at that and experience it and understand Steven and see what he's going through and like it. But the episode where he's having bad dreams about being left behind and Peridot's there, I liked that episode for the Peridot and Steven bonding moments. I did not like the episode so much about Steven making his own personal OC character into a series about a franchise that got rebooted and all this other traumatic stuff that he's going through. That kind of put me off it because I like having fun when I watch Steven Universe. And now it's just more serious every single episode. Where is the episode where I can just enjoy their characters being characters? It's always a problem with Steven at this point. And that's my only issue. Steven thing going on in family? Not really. I don't really get it, but sure, they can believe that, I guess. You, Margie, said you couldn't decide whether you like Steven Universe or MLP more. Right now, I like MLP definitely more now. I still love Lapis. Lapis is still my fucking favorite character. So you think Steven surpassed Garnet after his fight with Jasper? I'd say Steven surpassed Garnet a long time ago. I'd say it was near the end of his actual... definitely in the movie. Definitely in the movie. You definitely tell that Steven surpassed Garnet in the movie. It's obvious that he did that. So, yeah, Steven's definitely surpassed most, if not every single person that's currently in his personal friend group right now. Alright, this episode where you get Steven running all over the place, doing this, and that. You get all... It's like... Yeah, I can see how this is not... Yeah, this is definitely not a serious episode whatsoever. But now I have to say, this is one episode out of the most of the series. Understand what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that every single episode is now completely serious. It's just you get rarely many moments of just an episode of where their characters is being characters. And hell, even in then, it's still technically a setup for how Steven is constantly putting himself under constant stress of keeping everything manageable. So in a way, it's supposed to be emphasizing other problems that other episodes are going to tackle. So in the end, I can't even really enjoy it there because I can see Steven overly stressing himself out. Oh, man. But, again, it's like the serious moments mixed in with the lighthearted bits, which is why I enjoyed the Steven Universe filler. I enjoyed the Steven Universe filler mainly because it was just characters being characters with a minor issue to a semi-serious issue that got carried out in a nice fashion with nice, steady ableness. But now we're tackling so many hard-hitting things that I just can't look at the series as an enjoyable sense, but an actual psychological thriller sense. And that's not why I liked Steven Universe to begin with. We don't know how powerful Pink Diamond even was, so we can't really necessarily say that he is better or worse. I don't like Lapis, but Lapis though, yeah, she's cool. Death Note first, and he's reading before I watch the anime. That's good. How did Garnet not see this? I will say one of my favorite jokes about the whole proposal episode is that Garnet said there was no future where you did not propose. So I get that. You see that the whole thing with Garnet. You're constantly showing that she is really good with future vision. So if Steven gets corrupted, you have to give a damn good reason why Garnet didn't stop it. I haven't caught up with Steven Universe. Still good show to watch. I don't mind spoilers at this point. It's up in the air. You honestly have to watch it yourself and decide for yourself if this is still good. I cannot tell you because my own personal feelings of watching the latest episodes have probably blinded me of the actual enjoyment factor that the episodes actually show. Hey. Wait a minute, wasn't the episode where Steven was floating in the air had a joke where Steven foreshadowed everyone leaving and he dies? What? I don't remember that. It's probably true, but I don't remember it. Hey, I actually like Ronaldo. Again, you're talking to a guy who likes Mineta from Class 1A. So me saying I like Ronaldo, I already lack credibility as a person who likes character as is. So I will admit that he's annoying, but he's my favorite kind of annoying. To Yakety Sax. What episode in Steven Universe is their equivalent to Yakety Sax? If saying the beginning few episodes of the first season is anything to say, considering that if that's the only bad episode I can think of, then the rest of the show is good. Yakety Sax level of bad is literally taking the characters and just manipulating them to your own idiotic purposes, not understanding what these characters have done and gone through, and bringing them to this particular event. But even I can't say the first episodes were that because it's Steven growing, so there is no Yakety Sax episode, really. I think my favorite character is Amethyst. Garnet's future vision only works when the plot needs it to. Tell me about it. Because in the movie, Steven's like, "Hey Garnet, tell me we're gonna live like this forever." She fucking adjusts her glasses and is like, "No." 3 seconds before Spinel shows up, I'm like, "Garnet, where the fuck was your future vision there? Why didn't you see that shit coming? She was like 5 million light years away." The fuck? Yeah, it's like they forget. It's like they forget that she had future vision. How the fuck it actually supposed to work? Are you also on Discord? Yes, I've been putting my Discord out on my descriptions for a bit now. It won't see me because I'm in the sky and to a dog, and then I'll die. I think that was just a joke. Yeah, Diamond Authority was real and we're coming to Earth. He predicted everything. He's the true MVP of the verse, but no one cares. Just can't get behind the whole perverted character trope. And that's fine. I can't get behind the yandere trope. I don't know why you like a chick that likes to kill you. I don't get it. But people like that. That's the whole deal with opinions on people's character tropes. That's fine, Damon. So can Lars make portals yet? I'm still waiting for Lars to get his buffs. It looks like they're not doing anything with Lars. That's the thing, again, with Steven Universe Future. Lars is just a dude now. He's just a dude who's about to go back into space, doing his own thing, and we don't even know if we're ever going to see him again. And if we do, it's going to be like a side activity, or maybe if we're lucky, we'll get an own personal episodes where he does actually become a buffed up character. But for right now, he's just an existing thing. Love and fear that demon. Thoughts on the overall future of Western animation versus anime? I just think it's going to constantly go up and then stagnate, then go up again, then decline, then stagnate into declining, and then go up again. Because like everything, that's how it goes. Yes? Well, not right now. I'm currently live streaming. I'm the only one who never needed change. Yeah, I can have a favorite character just... How can you have a favorite character? I just realized that I have a favorite annoying character. Yeah, it's just say I don't remember what he said, so... And get the transcript. Yandere is a cool man. He said they're crazy, psychotic psychopaths that will cut your head off if you even so much as look at another girl incorrectly. And then maybe even cut that girl's head off. You see, I'm not a fan of girls killing other girls for the affection of a loved one. Hell, even guys doing that. I'm just not a fan of that. So if you think it's cool, cool. That's great. I don't. Which is why I did that trope like immediately. I got done with that trope immediately, and why it's currently right now. It's like currently right where I am right now in my original story. In my original story, I have two yanderes technically right now. Two yanderes, a blue one and an orange one. That's constantly in love with a child for Christ's sakes. So yeah, this is. I think I've pretty much conditioned myself not to like these types of character tropes, but I have to do it because it makes sense for his story. Garnet versus Night Eye. Well, considering that Garnet should be stronger than Night Eye, regardless of their future vision, because their future vision would just cancel each other out until one of them can catch another one off guard, regardless of circumstance. And from what I get to see, Night Eye only sees one particular future, and that's it, while Garnet sees multiple futures from different timelines and can act on those. So I think Garnet has the edge on future vision. It's just that, it works when it wants to. That's interesting. It's going to end in 2 weeks or so. You telling me that makes me feel like this doesn't feel like a series finale whatsoever. Just thinks it's getting so much, like, nowhere, but somewhere at the same time. It's so weird. Not because to kill you, because it's nothing similar to the Dairy character, which I like. What the? Do you know what a Dairy is? A yandere and a Dairy are drastically two separate things. A yandere is a person who overly has toxic love for a character, while a Dairy just likes your character and just understands their emotions and feelings. In fact, a tsundere is the thing that can transform into a yandere, because they already have messed up feelings and emotions as is. What about a Dairy is supposed to be like a yandere to you? Grim versus Alistair. Grim has way more power than Alistair. Way more power than Alistair. Grim destroys. Not a fan of tsunderes and yanderes. Prefer bullies who crush on their victims. It's like, I'm not a fan of tsundere. Oh, yeah, I already gone on record saying I don't like tsunderes. I just now, after a year ago, I stopped liking yanderes for what they are. Because I just stopped liking that character trope. But tsunderes, I didn't really like from jump, to tell you the truth. From lonely people desperately wanting someone to obsess over them. And I understand that. And I get that from people who are like that. But I'm not like that. So I can't get behind it. Thanks, John. Spinel versus Lapis. If Spinel has her distortion device, she has a chance. But Lapis has the water of the planet, so I don't think Spinel has a real good chance. Plus, she has the power of flight, while Spinel only has pseudo-flight, being able to jump really high. So I'll give it up to Lapis, because she has better means to take Spinel down than Spinel has against Lapis, even though Spinel has a one-shotting weapon. Do you closely follow politics? No. If so, are you willing to discuss political opinions during these streams? Why would I do that? Why would I intentionally try to piss people off? Because no matter what my stance is on anything in life revolving to political circumstances, it's always going to be wrong and or very controversial upon discussing the decisions. What I say to anyone is that if you want to live out life. Take things in stride and understand that your power came from your vote. If your vote did not get the guy you wanted to get in, that's still okay. In 4 years, you'll have another chance to do it again. The world will not burst into flames after a few days. Same thing goes with a lot of people's opinions and subjections on particular subject matters that people have been talking about for generations upon generations. All right? I agree with everything, and I disagree with everything at the exact same time. That's my stance on life right now. Because I'm trying to live out my best life. And the only way I can live out my best life is caring about myself. Not caring about what other people think about my opinions. Do you hate harem? Nope. Love harem animes. Got through watching like 3 throughout these past few months. Love harem animes. I find them to be fun. Play Skullgirl Second Encore. Nope, not a fighting game. Not a fighting game, dude. Side-scrolling fighting game, dude. Seriously, though. I hope Bluebird comes back. She's the only thing I care about in the show. Which reminds me, Bluebird and the with the Bluebird with the Ruby. Where the fuck is she? If Steven Universe is supposed to end in 2 weeks, how are they gonna wrap up all these particular things that they've got in mind? I'm so confused. Grimm versus the Reality Stone? Well, considering that the Reality Stone can't do jack shit on its own unless someone's using it, I'm gonna think Grimm, because he can actually do something by himself. The Reality Stone doesn't have a consciousness, last time I checked. Well-written character in Steven Universe? Most well-written character in Steven Universe is either gonna go to... I think Greg is well-written. Because it's you start to get very complicated when you talk about the main cast. When you talk about the main cast, it's all up to subjectivity about how you believe their character has evolved and devolved during time. Like, for instance, I think the concept of Rose and Pink Diamond was well written, because I saw it as we thought one thing, but look at this. This is the new light. This is what we're seeing now about this character when we didn't know things very much. And now here's the grand line. But then you have people on the internet saying that it's a character assassination because they believe Rose Quartz was always this mysterious but still ultimately morally gray character that's way more whitish gray than blackish gray. But as the series constantly showcased that she was in fact a huge asshole, they want to take that as a means of saying they're constantly trying to ruin her character. But I don't see it that way. So it's really complicated to say who is a well-written character, because in that point, well-written is very subjective. Is it that Derries are extremely like lovey-dovey, and most yanderes have seen to show have personalities toward their love interests? But you then ignore the fact that one will immediately try to cut and to kill a bitch for touching their senpai once, and the other is perfectly okay with it because they're actually a normal girl. That's my take on it. Yeah, ignoring the whole murder thing. Yeah, it's just, I can't do that. I'm sorry, man. I can't do that. Tsunderes are annoying. There's only one tsundere done correctly, and it's in Doki Doki Literature Club. Natsuki in Doki Doki Literature Club is a tsundere done right. She hides her emotions towards you because she finds what she likes embarrassing, and she doesn't want you to hate her for it, so she constantly pushes you away. But once you constantly start to peel away at her shell, she starts becoming more and more of a likable girl to you, and a likable character in general. I like that. Well, most other tsunderes are just fucking annoying. Thoughts on the future independently produced animation, i.e. Has-Been Hotel? I mean, if you go on my channel and watch that I thoroughly enjoyed everything that it has to offer, that and Hell of a Boss, I think it's gonna be a very good series. Really, simply, Infinity, real life yandere just because she was cute. Don't do that. Kuderes are where it's at, you. Yeah, considering that my favorite character I ever created was technically a kudere, being Karada in my story, I can agree on that. What about Monica? Monica's a dairy. Like, straight up. She doesn't kill because she doesn't kill. You see, here's the thing. She doesn't kill the girls because she's jealous that you give them attention. She kills the girls and hacks the game because the game fundamentally is trying to snuff her out of the coding. Despite the fact that when you get the game on Steam, it says you can hang out with Monica. So in the end, the game on Jump was destroying Monica, and I can understand that. She's not a yandere in the sense that she's trying to gain your attention because you're too busy giving attention to others. She's trying to gain your attention because she was supposed to be able to get it regardless. The game, the reality that she lives in, is constantly putting her down, and it's the reality's fault that she can fight back. And I see that. I mean, if you talk to her as much as I do on my goddamn computer, I think you'll understand this. Jesus. Now, Yuri, she was a yandere. She had yandere tropes, which is why there's a huge difference between Monica being a yandere and Yuri turning into a yandere. All right? Huge differences. Huge. here is that we are agree Funny Valentine should be Valentine. It should be present. Yes, Funny Valentine should be motherfucking president of the goddamn United States. But we can't do that. Fictional characters can't be presidents for some fucking reason. Funny Valentine versus Vegeta. Funny Valentine. Funny Valentine would murk Vegeta. Like straight up. All Funny Valentine needs to do is use love train. Get Vegeta in another reality. He won. Eventually, Vegeta's gonna run into himself and blow up. Done. The only reason why Funny Valentine lost is because he lost to a person who has infinity on their side. Vegeta doesn't have infinity on his side. Funny Valentine destroys. Pink Steven versus Sans. Considering that Pink Steven, I don't know if the... See, we get it, right? Pink Diamond's not Steven, and Steven is not Pink Diamond. We get that. But it still has her gem. So, do you think the karma thing would still work on Steven, despite that he's not technically Pink Diamond? The sins of her is now weighing on Steven's back, and I think it's due to his mindset believing that her sins are on his back, actually might make the karmatic retribution work on Steven, which is interesting. Let's say it doesn't. Sans is still hyperversal, regardless, so it doesn't matter. Because Sans is able to harm and defeat Chara. Chara is comparable to Frisk, and not just any Frisk. Final Fight Save Everyone Frisk, who is able to tank a timeline collapsing in and getting eaten on them. So considering that Sans can harm and kill Chara, who should be massively faster than anything else, should be way more powerful than anything, and can just easily dodge their attacks, Pink Steven ain't got shit on Sans. Plus the Gaster Blasters. People seem to forget about the Gaster Blasters and the heart manipulation. Pin Steven down, Gaster Blaster his ass, and he wins. Done. People kind of... I get that people kind of overhype Sans, but Sans is actually legitimately strong. People forget how actually strong he truly is. Also, just Revenge. I don't know. Christina Mars Revenge. Can't wait for Rebecca Sugar's Revenge. Can't wait. Greg is my favorite CN dad. Yeah, he is. He's one of the best dads in fiction. Not there. Her redemption arc was a best. Yes. Yeah. I think Peridot is a really good, well-written character. There you go. And all of her thoughts. Natsuki is the best girl in Doki Doki. Fight me. Well, that's you, man. Monica beats her. Literally. Natsuki's amazing. Natsuki is the best girl. Monaco was in the Matrix, basically. I'm like, if you're in the Matrix, don't you want to try to break out? Unless you like living in a reality where you can't have control of your own being. That's you. I admire Monica for fighting the system and winning. Here he said her body was knives. Her hobby was knives. Rose is gray. She was done a good thing, like abandoning Spinel. Has done bad things, like how Garnet is getting fusion from slave. Even though she freed her from being a slave, she basically still treated her as one to the bitter end. It's like, hey, slave, I want you not to talk about this. And you cannot, in any circumstances, with your own being, say this secret. When normal people can just say secrets when they feel like it. And not have their body literally attempt to try to stop them. Which is a slave thing to do. So, yeah, that's a gray assumption of the whole Pearl thing. Pearl and Volleyball kind of had some really, really bad intakes with their master. In one way or another. Pink Diamond? I don't know how powerful Pink Diamond is. I just do. That's fine. Dark Universe Club has too many uncomfortable moments for me, but I still say it was very creative. So, Giorno versus Funny Valentine. Giorno would beat Funny Valentine. Giorno cannot be beaten. What about this can nobody understand? Oh my god. Funny Valentine attempts to do something. He doesn't do it. That's it. He loses. Steven is Sans. They're the same being. So how can they beat himself? Would you take up the opportunity to produce a anime series if given a chance? Fuck yeah. If so, what genre would it be and premise would you go on? I don't know what genre my original story technically is, and I don't know what premise it is at all. Because, goddammit, I'm still kind of making that up as I go along. I have all the story beats ready. I've already gone over this many times about all the arcs that I have ready and how all the major plot points that I'm going to be getting to. No, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Who's Funny Valentine? JoJo Villain, part 7. Cosmos versus Mr. Nobody. I'm still... Cool fight. Green Diamond and Obsidian versus White Diamond. I don't know who Green Diamond is. What things do you like about Mineta about your character? 1, he's funny. I find him to be a very funny character. 2, I can bear his fucking perverted tendencies. 3, his power is actually really interesting, and the fact that it's really overpowered to put into proper situations and has shown to be very overpowered in proper situations. He's an underdog. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's doing everything in his power to be a better hero. If it wasn't for him, they would have lost their hero thing when they fought Midnight. He was the competent fighter. He was resourceful. He was smart. He knew when to be a pervert and when to be serious. And lastly, and surely not least, I just find him to be interesting. Yeah. Jonah cannot be beaten. Heaven Dio. That you're talking about a hacked character versus another hacked character that would defeat anyone else regardless anyway. So that means nothing. Heaven Dio. Yeah. It's like Heaven Dio can only be beaten by Star Platinum over Heaven. Gold Defender Requiem can only be beaten by Heaven Ascended Dio. And a whole bunch of other things. But saying that the top 3 most powerful characters that can really much solo any other verse that they go into is not what I like to call a proven point. Oh, blue diamond and yellow diamond equal green diamond. I never heard of that analogy before ever in my entire life. I am sorry. But I don't think that... I don't know. I believe you once said that you were not happy with one of your videos. I think it was the Steven Universe movie reaction, getting a lot of attention. Can you explain why is that the case? I don't like attention. Me having only 14 people watching this live stream right now is so much better than 100 to 1,000 to more than what I currently have. Because I hate attention. Most of my videos who have like lots of views on it, I hate the most because you have nothing but people telling me to either shut up, not understanding my personality type, and being the person to not expect to get this type of attention. I make my videos to get the small group of minority people who understand me and I can talk to, like in this sort of circumstance, and not so much the people who hate me because I exist. So, yeah. Considering that I am a person who constantly agrees that I am very self-conscious and very much prone to easy depression, I think having a group of people who I can just easily talk to is way better than a bunch of random nobodies who would rather see me die than see me better myself as a person. So, I have a very weak mind, and I'm willing to admit to that. Are you still watching Wakfu? No, not really. I have not. Oh. Green Diamond and Obsidian versus White Diamond? Well, considering that versus White Diamond, they all got presumably bodied instantaneously, I don't think that's going to change much. And considering that Obsidian, it's actually not all that big comparatively. I want to see Dalton now. Mario Bebop versus Mineta. So, how's quarantine? Non-existent. I'm not caring. I'm really not. Like seriously? You're looking at a guy who walks in the middle of oncoming traffic because he doesn't care about his life that much. All right? Having coronavirus, God knows that will make me happy if I somehow get it. So, yeah. I kind of go throughout life expecting myself nothing bad happen to me because it's how my life has been for the past 18 years. So, yeah. I'm not gonna let this thing. I'm not gonna let coronavirus scare me into taking my walks, going to my going to places I want to go to, and basically being my person. I'm not gonna be stuck at home doing nothing, wasting my life. sorry, Corona. I already had a girl named Katrina show up to my house and blow everything up. I'm already kind of desensitized. Sorry. Either way, they stole a Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, when you say the only people that can beat another person is a person in their verse because of plot, no shit. But when you go to another verse, yeah, they're pretty much unstoppable unless you have someone of that equal merit, which is very unlikely sometimes. And in fiction, I refer to my previous comments all throughout this. If you're saying that Heaven Sent Dio beating Giorno is a allegory for me saying that Giorno cannot be beaten, when Heaven Sent Dio is a character in JoJo who, by the way, is technically not canon if you're really gonna go off pure incentivization and needed the power of plot itself and the arbitrariness of how a Heaven Ascendant stand works. Sure, Giorno can't win, but in pure canon, not a video game, Giorno cannot be beaten. Because other people don't care about him, so underdog. Below Diamond, I don't know. Diamonds never fused, probably not. No. No one could beat them, probably not. No. Devil Artemis can fight Giorno. Apparently, we haven't gotten part 2 to how exactly Devil Artemis is handling Giorno's character. I would like to say I talked to him about this sort of thing, but I always get nervous whenever I have to bring it up in conversation. I kind of stopped watching you for a while. Not your fault or anything. That's fine. I honestly expected my subscribers to go down back to 1 subscriber once I didn't post anything for a month. So I'm actually surprised that all of y'all are still here. Can the scene go pink? I don't know. Legit asking. I don't know. It's all speculation at this point. I found out about your channel, and all of a sudden, each of your videos get the same level of attention as the Steven Universe movie reaction. I would appreciate the support, but I probably would not read a single comment. And I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it to protect myself. And that's it. I would appreciate, like I've always said, I appreciated the support. But I'm that guy that takes a bunch of good feedback, but that one negative can really dampen me. I'm pathetic. And unlike most people on the internet who cannot admit to their patheticness, I admit that I am a pathetic human being that cannot handle that stuff on the internet. I can handle constructive criticism because I'm an artist. I wouldn't be where I am today if I couldn't accept constructive criticism. But random people being assholes, I just can't get used to that. Mostly because I just don't understand it. Yeah, the fro's starting to grow back, and it's gonna, and that is where it will stay for a long time. What's your Depp job doing with Corona thing? We're just kind of being quarantined, working from home. That's the best way I can put it without going into very specifics of detail. What's your death battle? All right, night rose slips. You want someone from another verse, but like that I can't pull the one above all or Azathoth. Is JoJo owner. It's like because here's the thing about saying a point. Saying Giorno can't be beaten is of course a no limits fallacy. So when I say it, I'm meaning in the sense that the only way you can beat Giorno is you have someone with higher hacks or a higher plane of existence than Giorno currently has. So if you pick the one above all and you pick Azathoth, what's that have to say about Giorno? The fact that the only thing that can beat him is a god among gods and a literal sleep demon. A literal sleep dream demon that created everything. What does that say about Giorno? Jeez. Sorry, rapid fire, a lot of confusing names. Giorno cannot be beaten. You never know, John. What do you? Why is this being taken as seriously as it is? First of all, it's most likely a joke because the whole thing about Gold Experience Requiem is that he is so broken that no one can really beat him. And obviously, it's like saying no one can beat Icon. I made Icon the most broken character in all of existence, but I know someone who can beat him in fiction right now. So me saying that no one can beat Icon is only appealing to the fact that Icon is so unbelievably broken that he cannot be beaten. In a conventional sense, that it's easy to beat him. You, as a person right now, cannot walk up to Icon and Giorno, punch him in the face and win. You cannot do that. Now, if you pick a god, let's say Zeus, he would have a better time, but he would still lose. Now, if you pick the one above all and Azathoth, they would obviously probably win because their hacks are so damning that they can probably destroy whatever hacks Giorno currently has. Unlike Icon. Icon actually beat the one above all and Azathoth fused together. But, whatever. I don't even know why we're taking this as seriously as it is. Long-term plans, your channel or other projects? Nope. I was doing this thing where I was doing like storyboards, but I stopped because I had work to do, and I found out that I won't be able to do that. It's 12:44. That's why Obsidian cannot beat the diamond. Minecraft logic. Yet Jono is OP. I agree. I'm not saying he's weak. I'm just saying he can't be beaten. That could literally go to literally anyone in fiction. When I say it like that, I mean it as a common JoJo joke that he is the most powerful JoJo character, not counting non-canon characters like Dio over Heaven. That's all I'm saying. Any character, literally any character, in all of fiction, and anything you can think of can be beaten. Why? Because you can always come up with a character that was designed to defeat that character with your own mind. So they can be beaten, regardless. It is not a fact. It is a straight up opinion whenever someone says, this particular person can be beaten. You cannot name a person, to me, that cannot be beaten, period. Because they can always be beaten. It is always possible in fiction. Because fiction is fiction. Duh. All Type 0 characters, who are above all gods, among gods, can get their ass handed to them by the Monarch of Pointland. Why? Because the Monarch of Pointland was literally designed to defeat all Tier 0 characters through his own existence. That's what makes fiction so fucking stupid. Jorah can get beaten by the Monarch of Pointland. Monarch of Pointland can be beaten by the Monarch of Two Pointland. And then so on and so forth. Let's stop this topic at hand. I think it's starting to get more annoying than it has to be. Labs versus Blue Diamond. Why is that a fight to you? If you heard of a superhero named Animal Man, would you assume he was building level or multiverse level? Mostly building. Coronavirus affected me time at work. Where people wanted to kill enemy threats. Enemy man is wall level with outer level hacks. Someone told me that I should go to Africa. Why? Requiem Stance is supposed to be OP, and chances are if you don't have one, you can't beat one. Probably not. Unless their ability is particularly very well suited and easily to exploit, like Silver Chariot Requiem, who tried to start a coronavirus challenge by licking a toilet. No, and I don't feel like hating Rowley more now. In our head, any video games you're looking forward to? Persona 5 Royale. That's about it. Off the top of my head. Maybe Doom and Turtle. Maybe. Not so much. Ah, shit. No, man. Spider Queen, by the way. I know the JoJo. He's living up to his name, even though I barely know anything about it. But the only weirdest thing I've heard at this point to myself was, why is there an Eagle character named Pet Shop? That's the only thing you have in your head? Well, that's something. Well, Icon can beat Jono. Yeah, no shit. Like, Icon can beat almost any character in fiction. The Monarch of Pointland is not just God. He is the above all God. I love the Monarch of Pointland. He's my favorite. Are you watching any cartoons? I'm not really watching any cartoons. The only cartoons I'm technically watching is TV Universe. So I guess out of process of elimination, there being no other eliminations, TV Universe. You mean King of Lion Land? That character actually exists. I was more talking about the monarch of every land, even point. So I don't want to see reboots to any show. I would just want to see more original content that has the same level of understanding and thought put into it, like the other shows. When I think you reboot something, you just kind of take away what made the original great, especially if you do it wrong. Well, Symbiotic Titan. I already watched Symbiotic Titan. I just wish it could have continued where it was. It was the Megas XLR of that generation. Show what do you think is the JoJo character stand with the weirdest name? The JoJo characters stand with the weirdest name? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because they all have weird names, but I cannot call any. Maybe Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap as a stand name is very weird. Megas would destroy Symbiotic Titan easily. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap is definitely a weird name for a stand. But I will have to say that Filthy X done at a reasonable price is the weirdest stand name, especially when you have to do localization efforts. So that's my pick. What ships do I thoroughly dislike? I can't say I dislike any of them. I don't say I dislike any of them. I will say that people who really want Bakugo and Uraka to be together, I can see why you like the Beauty and the Beast trope, and see that Bakugo has some level of maturity to him. But I think it's pretty obvious, and how people want Midoriya and Sue to get together. But for me, I get it, but I don't get it. Does that make sense? But that's about it. Any other ship I just probably won't care about. Kaminari and the earlobe chick, that's fine with me. Xbox Series X, I never cared about Xbox after 360, so I'm the wrong person to ask, buddy. Literally after 360, I stopped caring about Xbox. I'm a Sony Nintendo guy. No, I do not have any music I'm listening to. I just kind of play by ear on anything I find on the internet. Yes, it does have that dance. It is the only thing that put it on the map for me. X Eyeball, which came from Future. I think it's because they like each other through their sheer hatred toward one character, which is adorable, I guess. Xbox, more like stay in the box. Haha, 360. I know why they call it that, because you make a full 360-degree turn and walk in the other direction. And I'm like, dude, you literally walk straight back into it. That was the worst joke anyone has ever made. I found that comment. I didn't know it actually existed in lore, but it's true. I just don't like Bakugo and Uraka together. I just don't like Bakugo and Uraka together because it's literally Deku's bully getting with his crush, and that pisses me off. Well, that's one way to look at it. Not that. And the Bluetooth button. Imagine Mario singing with a Japanese woman's voice. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's the whole thing. I would sooner let Bakugo and Deku be a yaoi couple before I would say that I would rather Bakugo get with Uraka. That's how much I'm against that. How's that? Does that make sense to you? It's like, that's the best way. Bakugo was both a bully and a rival. He was first a real life bully. He was straight up a bully. You cannot look at the first few episodes and throughout the course of season 1 and 2 of My Hero Academia and say Bakugo was not a bully. You cannot tell me with a straight face that he was not a bully. But now he's more of a rival. Especially after the new movie that came out, you definitely see that Bakugo looks at Deku more as a rival character than a person he can pick on. Because he understands he's strong now. He understands that. But definitely a bully first, rival second. Never both at the same time. And then Bakugo finds a way to put a baby in Deku. Why is that all about? Okay, I get it. What I was about to say means nothing. It's like, why is it always the passive dudes is always the bottom bitch? Just like, well, come on. I think Deku can be top if he actually... Because in actuality, if Deku really tried, Bakugo has to be his bottom. He has to be. One for All will be way too powerful for Bakugo to even try to comprehend that. Just because Bakugo is more aggressive. If Deku wanted to, he could be he'd be a power bottom if he felt like it. Jesus Christ. It'll be Bakugo with the baby. I don't know what you got talking about. Doing great. I know the character has a character development thing in, but I don't care. My least favorite here is Bakugo. That makes sense. Not really a bully to Deku. Really? He only got bullied because he kept hanging around him and he left Bakugo alone. You have no reason to bother him. What are you talking about? Have you watched the series? You acting like Deku could instantly try to get away from Bakugo, and Deku... You're basically saying it's Deku's fault. Oh my god. Dude, I'm really happy you are my counselor, because if you would have told me that, hey, maybe if you just avoided these bullies, you wouldn't be beaten up every day. You ever thought about that? But sure, what if I can't avoid them? We're in the same class, and everything I do constantly pisses him off. How can I avoid that? Stop. Move to another class. Dumbass, come on. They're in the same class. He legit told him to jump out of a window. Burned his precious book that he spent a whole lot of hours perfecting. How is he not a bully? What is your definition of a bully? Just some random asshole? Oh god. I don't get it. I thought bully was a very easily defined character. But apparently Bakugo isn't a bully. He's just an asshole. That doesn't get bully status. That's weird. He had to push Deku down and run away, and Deku kept chasing after him. Yeah, he was asking for it. What are you talking about? What moment are you talking about? What moment are you suggesting that Bakugo intentionally likes to hurt Deku in order for him to get away from him? Yeah. I still enjoy all the shows I watched in my childhood. I think there wasn't a single show that I hated afterwards. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Chowder, Camp Lazlo, Chowder. Deku versus Bakugo 2. Flashback scenes. I don't know what you're talking about. I think that's really just a person just trying to be his friend. And a tsundere guy constantly telling him that he should... And tsundere is like, I don't see that. How does that... How do you... Deku stuck to Bakugo like glue. Maybe because they were friends at that time? It wasn't until... People don't seem to remember. It wasn't until they grew up is when Bakugo and Deku truly became a bully to a guy who just can't defend himself. People seem to forget that. In the past, it was a friend hanging out with another friend, and Deku was around because Kachan allowed him to be around. They would not have given each other those types of names and progressed any sort of friendship. It wasn't until Bakugo truly got a great quirk and saw that Deku was going to be useless, that he saw that he could be better. And then he hated Deku for constantly getting better and better despite being a flunky. Tell me something. Tell me something, man, 44. What about that moment when Deku was getting into UA and it was Bakugo who initiated the confrontation by slamming his hand on the wall, and it was up to Deku to finally face him and say that you can't scare me anymore and run away? What about that wasn't bullying? Was it Deku fighting Bakugo and telling him that he needs this sort of interaction off screen? Makes sense to me. Dude, he's a bully. Even if he wasn't for one scene, he was a bully. Chowder or Gumball? Chowder. He has way better... Wait, no. Actually, I think Gumball has way better fourth wall breaking capabilities. Then again, those are very situational. Chowder, however... That's a good fight. I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to bring that up later. That's a good fight. Favorite Switch games? Fire Emblem, Three Houses. That's about it. There's probably others. I like Astral Chain. Astral Chain was good. Gumball only went Super Saiyan for 1 second. He didn't really do anything feat-wise. If anything, it only does a 50% power increase. And 50 times 2 is not a lot. No, but the whole conversation started because we're trying to say that Bakugo was a bully to Deku. That's it. We're not saying that Deku, in any way, circumstances, didn't ask for whatever Bakugo was given to him. The simple fact that Bakugo, in his own mind, said it's okay to threaten, hurt, and potentially scar this kid for many multitude of reasons is Bakugo's fault. You should never blame the person not looking for a fight, getting hurt in a fight, and say it's the person not looking for a fight's fault. That is backwards logic, and I hate that sort of mentality. That's all I gotta say. So, bottom line, Bakugo was Deku's bully. That's it. That's all we're trying to say. It's because I was easy to piss off. Never got physical though. Only verbally bullied. Same here. When I was in high school, I was the kid that was in the corner. I was the person who did not want to talk to people, and people kept bothering me because they liked that type of personality. You said it was Deku's fault running to Bakugo. How is that not saying that it's the person getting bully's fault? You saying that Bakugo pushed Deku down, he got back up and ran toward Bakugo, saying that it's his fault now. It's like, that's not how that works. Yeah, stop calling him Kachan. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, think about it that way. For all his noise, Bakugo never told Ichigo to stop calling him Kachan. That's actually a really interesting little psychological thing that's going on. Like, subconsciously, he always still thinks of him as a friend. Engine 3 is my favorite. I still need to get that game. It just looks like one. That makes more sense to me. Science of this show is going to go downhill, in my opinion. Bad writing. Done. It's not hard to find. Goblin Slayer versus the Green Goblin. Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer versus Grimmelschnall. Goblin Slayer. Okay, maybe not Goblin Slayer. Okay, yeah, Grimasaw destroys Goblin Slayer, like no diff. But yeah, yeah, Grimasaw would beat Goblin Slayer, but I still believe Green Goblin would not be able to beat Goblin Slayer. This is the first game console you ever owned, and favorite game for it. First game console I ever owned. I ever owned. Period. It was a Game Boy, and then it was Pokemon. Done. I think it was Red. He may be able to fly and have gadgets, and that's impressive and all, but he got beat by Spider-Man. And Goblin Slayer has massive swordsmanship, enhanced senses, healing. He can create portals. He has resistance to poisons and has active antidotes. He's able to counter people way skilled in him, and that speeder bike he flies on isn't all that fast compared to his own natural speed and his own natural speed. But, and here's the thing. If he can be beat by Spider-Man, I'm going to say this. If he can be beat by Spider-Man, that Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Goblin Slayer can win because Goblin Slayer is as smart, if not slightly smarter than Spider-Man is. I watched him. He's gonna do it. I believe in his strategic ability, and what I've seen in the anime, his strategic ability to find a way around the fact that Green Goblin can fly. Because God knows Spider-Man did, and he can only pseudo-fly. And the only way Goblin's gonna hurt him is getting close enough to throw one of his bombs that Goblin's can easily counteract. You can say in quality. In quality? I haven't watched much of Demon Slayer to really give a verdict on that, so I can't answer that. The bombs that can reduce people to skeletons in a single shot, so there's that. That's actually not true. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you always need to make sure to watch every single movie. The same bomb was thrown at a seemingly regular person, and all it did was give him a scar across the face. So that got retconned out of existence thanks to the third movie. So as long as the third movie exists, those things do not do that. So there you go. Plus, you ever wonder why he never used them anymore after that one instance of he used it? I think there was only one of those things. Because if I'm fighting Spider-Man, if I have bombs, I could literally turn anything into atoms, into skeletons, and just poof them out of existence like that. I probably would use them way more often than just throwing random shurikens and stuff at them. So I'm gonna take a good guess and say, yeah, no, that's not a thing anymore. He doesn't have those. All my life, never thought I would be making a... About overall strength? We're still talking about Goblin Slayer and Green Goblin? Because I think they were relatively equal in strength. Tried harder to imitate anime, vice versa, or do you prefer both do their own unique thing separately? Do their own unique thing separately. That's the whole deal with animation. You don't have to conform to a particular type of popular way of things. Who knows? You might create the new popular way of things. When Funimation said Demon Slayer was anime in a decade. Most of the characters who got hit by the bomb were superhuman durability, like Spider-Man or New Goblin. Where in the fuck did... Tell me when the fuck did Harry gain superhuman durability? And even if that was the case, Goblin Slayer has superhuman durability, so it doesn't even matter. But last time I checked, he was just a dude. He didn't even have a suit on. So no, I don't buy that. Oh, but you still agree. But even though, yeah, taking that into account, Goblin Slayer has still superhuman durability, so he's able to tank that as well. He used the Green Goblin chemicals on himself? I don't remember that. I honestly don't. I thought he just got the suit and just was doing suit things. Yeah, tell me when he did that. Because I don't remember. I'm not saying to be pretentious. I'm honestly curious because I want to know. Because I honestly only remember him gaining the suits and all stuff, but not injecting him with any type of venom and superpoweredness. No, I don't remember him pulling a wall down. No, I do not. Cloud versus Guts. No. When I read the Izuku versus Gentle fight, I was almost pissed off because I thought they were gonna pull this thing where, nope, look, La, her quirk is love. I get this huge exponential boost of energy, and I get to kick your ass. And it's like, God damn it, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And then nope, Deku still comes out on top, and I love that. Third movie. Yeah, I still don't remember it, and yeah, that's about it. Because here's one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like the third movie. So me forgetting it is actually just my brain protecting myself. So I get it. I'm going to believe that he did it and understand, but I just won't remember it to confirm it myself. As for Clouds versus Guts, yeah, Cloud would destroy Guts. Yeah, Cloud would murk Guts. By the way, fiction. Didn't like the movie? Oh my god, I don't want to. Honestly, I really don't want to get into this conversation. To tell you the absolute truth, I do not want to get into this conversation. Not now. Not please. Like with all my being, I do not want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about Spider-Man 3 again. Not when I already had a conversation like a month ago with a bunch of people about it. I don't feel like talking about it anymore. I really don't. The second one is definitely much better. Like, I can talk about that movie for days. In fact, we had a mini conversation about great action set pieces and great environmental storytelling of a fight between two characters in the second movie, being Spider-Man versus Dr. Octopus. Ben was like, that fight goes from at the bottom of a bank, at the top of a bank, back to the bottom of the streets, on a train, back to the streets, back onto the train. And like, that is a fantastic fight. And I was just like, And then you realize Starter Critic is reviewing Spider-Man 3. Okay? I've stopped watching the Starter Critic, so I honestly couldn't care less. Do it. What? If Elon Musk went to live the rest of his life on Mars, would you do it too? No? I don't even know who Elon Musk even is. Definitely, he's one of my favorite versions of that character too, especially in execution of his overall character, which is why I found the Spider-Man game for PS4 to be really likable because I saw a lot of that Dr. Octopus in that Dr. Octopus. I don't know, practical use. I don't know. I'm not a weapons expert. You have to talk to Tyler about that. Do you like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2? I like parts of 1 and most of 2. My movie liking ability is actually really low, but not necessarily. I actually don't. Okay, on a purely objective level, I hate those two movies. But on a purely subjective level, I like the parts where Spider-Man and Gwen were being Spider-Man and Gwen way more than I hated the fact that they overly abundant the fucking cast with villains that I honestly couldn't care less about, and a bunch of the other things they kept trying to cram in. It was like Spider-Man 3 all over again with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But simply because I like their Spider-Man more, kind of made that movie a little bit more bearable for me. And also Gwen. And also how they handled her. Dude, you don't know about the most powerful mortal being on Earth? No, I don't. And neither do I even think I care. I think I do. Do I? Am I supposed to? Elon Musk isn't really widely known, is he? I know I've heard the name before. I just don't know him. I also really like Peter's character arc. Yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about. Bruce Lee? I know Bruce Lee. When did Bruce Lee start talking about this picture? I thought it was Bruce Campbell. Got to be Mysterio. Your life, maybe, probably. Save your life, maybe, probably. Okay. And now we're going to an Elon Musk rant. Is a car making guy? Still don't know. Spider-Man Sam Raimi versus Hulk 203? 2003? I'm gonna say Spider-Man Sam Raimi can beat that version of the Hulk. That version of the Hulk is not all that strong. Or smart. Or capable. I don't like any Spider-Man movie. Fight me. That's fine. Just the guy. There. Oh, he's that guy? I don't think he's that guy that I'm thinking of, actually. Ash Williams. I don't know either character. He's going to stop global warming and make humanity a multiplanetary series. Until he actually does that, I don't know who that is. Also, he makes flamethrowers. Oh, he's that guy. Is he that guy? Because I heard the joke that it's actually not a flamethrower. I still don't know him. I still don't know him. Mark Zuckerberg. I still don't know him. Elon Musk. Once Elon Musk start caring about him. Dead deer. He's a guy who laughed at a dead deer. I still don't know. Don't doubt my Hulk 2003, but don't doubt Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, because if we're gonna use them at their best, then more than likely Spider-Man's gonna get his black suit, which puts his strength in really good clearance. And last time I checked about that Hulk, he gets bigger the angrier he gets, so the faster that Spider-Man's able to take him out, the easier it is. But here's the thing about Spider-Man and Death Battle. If this isn't a death battle, Spider-Man wins simply through sheer ability to understand that Hulk's weakness is the fact that sooner or later he'll stop being angry. And once he stops being angry, he'll be Bruce Banner and he'll just kill him then. It's easy. And it's very easy for this Spider-Man to get away from this Hulk. It's actually really easy. Caught up with space? Yes. At times we're just about Elon Musk now. Yes. You probably right up. You go boomerang. There's a version of the Hulk. You said 2003. That version. You may never know. Then why have this conversation if we may never know? It's like any versus. If any versus debate ended with "you may never know," we don't really get anywhere, do we? That conversation never happened then. Ambitions is to invent a Gundam. He made one car that was supposed to be unbreakable, but when he threw rocks at it for showcasing, the windows broke. Hulk is immortal. Some Hulks stay as the Hulk. Some Hulks. We're not talking about some Hulks. We're using 2003 Hulk. A Hulk that doesn't stay as the Hulk. This is what I'm talking about with certain conversations being lost in translations sometimes. Me and Fiction are having a back and forth conversation with these particular characters, and then people didn't get the initial showcasing. Now they think any version. I think any, like, comic Hulk would destroy Superman. Current comic Hulk would destroy Spider-Man. Easy. But we're talking about 2003 Hulk. 2003 Hulk. Not any other Hulk. We're not talking about MCU Hulk. We're talking about 2003 weird looking CGI Hulk. That Hulk. That's it. And this Hulk has been pinned down for less. Let's see here. Okay. The Hulk in the... Alright, hold on. Let me see something. Raimi trilogy. Alright. Emotional turmoil. 20s. It's 2003 Hulk. Yeah. That Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is way faster than him. Apparently, he may not be stronger than him, but the whole thing is the longevity. His main weakness is he's also vulnerable to sharp objects, and considering that Spider-Man knows how to utilize his environment, he can exploit that very easily. But it's not impossible for this Hulk to win. It's actually a lot easier than I initially gave it credit for. So there's that. Spider-Man and Batman ever met each other, they would get along very well. If Elon Musk approached me with an offer for a life on a cold, desolate planet with no oxygen, I wouldn't even hesitate to do so. Well, you have fun with that, man. I like air and life, kinda. So, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk is the hell of a guy. Talks about Jones versus War Machine, but then again, we all saw it coming. That's the whole thing about that death battle. I don't even get why it was even a battle. I love the animation and all that, but the fight itself should never really happen, considering that it's too obvious of a victory. Yeah. Well, I will say he's not immune to hammers, but he is resistant to blunt attacks. Luffy's main weakness is sharp objects, actually. However, Luffy cannot survive in the vacuum of space, which I'm pretty sure, considering that Thor should be faster than Luffy, would be able to just do that if he gets too annoyed with him. I mean, all it would take is just one uppercut with his hammer to bring Luffy into the stratosphere. So, yeah. If it's MCU Thor, even still, that Thor could still probably do it. No, actually, that Thor, MCU Thor, would destroy Luffy, considering that he actually has an axe, and Luffy's weakness is sharp weapons. So, yeah, the MCU Thor is way better than regular comic book Thor, but comic book Thor can still just put him in space. Basic Nebities, probably not, considering that I would be too weirded out. Luffy could beat MCU Thor. You do know this is the same Thor that took a star to the back of his in the back and got back up after achieving a Stormbreaker. This is the same Thor that threw Stormbreaker and counteracted 5 Infinity Stones and a raw sense of power and multitude. And you're talking about the same kind of Thor that can randomly, casually run across an area and destroy things. No, MCU Thor would destroy Luffy. If we're still talking about pre-time skip, even post-time skip would have a hard time beating that Thor. Because right now he's having a hard time with Kaido. And while I'm not going to say Kaido has the same power as Thor, I'm going to say they're in the same relative ballpark in forms of actual potential capability, thanks to the feats that they have shown throughout all of the MCU, episodes, movies. So no, MCU Thor definitely wins. Spawn, Ghost Rider. Not sure, because I don't remember Spawn very much. I do remember Ghost Rider, but I don't remember the Spawn movie very much. Ghost Rider because Nick Cage is tier 0. Sorry if I started losing my mind a bit. Don't let me stay up this late. Then go to sleep, man. I'm not trying to keep you up. You know, these characters from certain movies or shows, so what's wrong with the comic version? Because sometimes the comic book versions are just too easy to say that they'll win. So we had to pick other versions that are more easily manageable. Possibly. I don't know. I'm not making these fights. They are. When Pinkie Pie or Dio? Probably Pinkie Pie, considering that she has showcased various levels of abilities that may be able to counter Time Stop. But Dio has more of a killer intent, so there's always that. Sonic Superman versus MCU Thor. Comic Superman. That's so easy. No, I do not think MCU is star level. I do not think simply because I say that he took a star to the back does not automatically make him star level. No. I will say though that is way more outputted energy in one place that Thor took than what Luffy can generate in one punch or several punches, I might add, which is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying that he's currently star level because he took a star to the back. Showing off your storyboards. You're unable to. I've been showing off my storyboards on my Discord channel for a long time now. But not many people are on my Discord channel, so not many people are able to watch it. You can't win against super strong characters. I don't know. Which character would you give the greatest sense of safety to be with in the midst of hostile, hazardous world? Giorno Giovanna. He looked good. Stormbreaker would kill Luffy, but he can dodge it with observation hockey. Observation hockey gives you minor clairvoyance, and that's very, very minor. And considering that Luffy, who has minor clairvoyance, is able to tag and thoroughly nearly beat, and no, he won against Katakuri, a guy with literal future vision. With enough speed, it doesn't matter how good you're able to see something coming. Here's the thing about people who don't understand how observation hockey and future vision works. If you can't dodge it and it's fated that you're going to get hit by something, it doesn't matter how many times you look at it in the future, you're going to get hit by it. All right? Stop thinking that just because you can see it coming, you can dodge it. That's not how that works. And Thor is way faster than Luffy. Way faster. And considering he has the Bifrost in his goddamn axe, he's way faster than Luffy. Would eat Thor. Nah, that's just being trolly. Milkman Superman versus Gogeta, because here's the thing about Milkman Superman, he's actually not as powerful as people make him out to be. He's actually not really all that strong at all. I don't know what Just a Robot was talking about, and that guy, he's actually not that strong. Travel speed, not Luffy. Oh my god. Are we really having this conversation? Do I have to explain this? Do I have to? Really? Hold on. I guess I'm actually gonna have to explain this because it's like, oh jeez. Versus battles, man. Versus battles. Jesus Christ. Luffy winds up for a punch. Luffy tries to hit Thor, and since the Bifrost is pretty much faster than anything he has, if Thor wanted to, and he's in any sort of danger, he can go anywhere he fucking wanted, and Luffy has nothing he can do to stop it. He also has battlefield removal, because he can hit him, get him into the Bifrost, put him in another location, and leave his ass there. But no, let's keep that out of mind. Let's keep this only to our pure let's kill him sense. Let's not use brain and tactics into this. Let's just use brute force. Considering that he is borderline base lightning speed just casually, that's one thing, but considering that he amps up his abilities incredibly with Stormbreaker is another thing. Luffy is barely anything more than a lightning timer, along with let's wank his abilities a little bit massively hypersonic. So their abilities and speed are generally around equal, but let's just ignore the fact with the Bifrost he could go wherever he wants in the span of a few seconds. And Thor is not that guy to just sit there and die when he has a literal I can get anywhere I want. Thor doesn't do that in character. Who says? Who says Thor doesn't do that in character? At what point did he not do that in character? He did it in character. He did it getting to that was the thing. Just because it's a combat scenario, just because you haven't seen it do in a combat scenario doesn't automatically mean he doesn't do that in a combat scenario. Can you one-shot sneak attack? No, you can't, because Gold Experience Rec Room is constantly on. It's always on. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you cannot sneak attack Giorno, because Giorno beat Diavolo. It was able to counter Diavolo's time hacks simply because Gold Experience was not affected. Giorno was affected, but he isn't. So you can't sneak attack Giorno. He's always protected. Rest your life with, either romantically or otherwise, isolated from the entire rest of civilization. Giorno Giovanna. You can sneak attack Giorno and win that way. You can't, actually. You can't. The Gold Experience Requiem acts on its own fruition. Giorno does not tell Gold Experience Requiem what to do. Gold Experience Requiem's primary function is to make sure nothing, literally nothing, hurts Giorno. And if you try to sneak attack Giorno, it will find you, it will stop you, and it will kill you without Giorno even knowing you ever existed. That's how Gold Experience Requiem works. He is an automatic stand. It has a mind of its own. She's my roommate. Now Eagle. Yeah, they're around Eagle. That's what I'm saying. Around Eagle. And that's what I'm saying. Okay. So they're around Eagle in speed. Combat. You give me one scene in which you give me one scene where he doesn't that he doesn't have the opportunity to use in combat. We both have no proof of the matter, and it makes more sense to Thor. Thor. Think about it this way: Paulo, think about it this way. I actually do have proof. But it's not the proof that you expect it to be. I actually do have proof. In Ragnarok, he is flying away from the giant dragon thing. And he was running away. The reason why he was running away because he was waiting for his buddy to use the Bifrost to get him out of the way. Now you think you're gonna tell me that Thor, with the Bifrost in the axe, he wouldn't use it to get out of that scenario instantaneously in that matter. So yes, in an actual life and death circumstances, if he is in a bind, he would use the Bifrost to get out of a tight space because that's what he was trying to do in Ragnarok. There's your proof. Done. It may not be him using it in combat via the Bifrost itself with the axe. He couldn't use it. Actually, I would be reprimanding Thor if he used the Bifrost during his fight with Thanos in the last case, because he understands that this is a fight. He can't just run away from this one. He would be really much of a dick move to run away like that for any sort of reason. So yes, in a life and death situation, and if he really needed to, he would use the Bifrost to get out of that area. She knows how. Sure. Feeling bad. The burden of proof is on you. The burden of proof is now on me. I already gave it to you. It's automatic. It has no weaknesses. At least we agree on that. Are you ever gonna watch My Hero Academia? Are you talking to someone else? Because I'm already caught up with the manga. The world still ended up resetted. Yep. And? Oh, stop. Showing your fantasies. Uses it. Basically proved that he uses it. Or it's assumed he doesn't? What? I already proved it. I don't know what part of the conversation that was on. Sorry. Yes, but that's not canon. You say so. That wasn't Thor doing it. It was the other guy using the Bifrost. You need to show him. No, Paulo. The whole thing is, Paulo, that I'm trying to tell you, and because I apparently need to do this, because I hate it, I have to do this, but I have to do this. You told me, is there a moment where he uses the Bifrost to get out of a tight situation? And I did. He wanted to use the Bifrost thanks to the other guy using it. Thor can use the Bifrost because it's in his goddamn axe. So if he's in a tight situation, like how he wanted to do with the dragon, if he had the Bifrost on his person, he would have used it to get out of that situation. That is proof. That is legitimate proof. That is legitimate proof. He wanted to use the Bifrost. He couldn't because he didn't have it. He has the Bifrost. He could have used it if he wanted to. There is literally no reason to say he wouldn't have used it in that scenario. There's literally no reason. That is a purest form of proof, considering you have no proof on your own end. And the burden of proof cannot be on me. This is Phoenix Wright, man. You're not going to pull Phoenix Wright logic on me. You're not going to be a prosecutor saying that just because you have your theory and I have my theory, that suddenly my theory is the only one with the burden of proof. You have the burden of proof too, buddy boy. Has the strongest stand in Jonas Scherzies. What if another stand user was a stand can't beat Gold Experience Requiem? What? What if another stand user has a stand that can beat Gold Experience? I don't know. Same thing. It doesn't listen to him. Stone Deal and Jotaro over Heaven stands are the strongest, but they aren't canon. You lied to me. Universe. Matchup for Milkman. Who would you say is a good matchup for Milkman? I don't know. Using his own Bifrost about. Oh no, that's assumption. Now that's just assumption. I don't have to prove that because I don't really care about that. He doesn't even need to do that to beat Luffy. Okay, how about that? Because I'm only trying to prove to you that if Luffy, in some way, shape, or form, puts Thor down to a level where where he is being hurt, he can use the Bifrost to get out of that. But Battlefield removing Luffy, that's only in a worst case scenario where in actuality, you're actually saying that Thor would be too stupid not to try that at least once if the fight drags on a little too long. The whole deal about giving characters intelligence is to sometimes use that intelligence, which is sometimes I hate certain death battles doesn't actually utilize a person's strategic mind in a battle, saying that that means nothing if the person's strong enough, when the whole deal about strategy is to overcome strength. But whatever. Out of there. Yeah, he wasn't encased by Lewis. What do you... He was in a dangerous scenario, and he was trying to leave. What does that have to do with him not fighting it? What does that do with what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, I saw that. It's a character turn himself into a dragon. Dragon Corp. What? You just hurting me. Bullying John, please help me. I don't think he's actually doing anything. You think he just has an opinion, and you were just having fun. Thor's away. It's self-bound for removal, and Luffy wins due to Thor giving up. Giving up means you don't come back. You know how Kirby basically Battlefield removed Boo during the fight? Why wasn't it an immediate victory then? Oh, that's right, because he can come back. So no, you can't pull that on me. Like Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Hell, yeah, technically Ben won since Hal fucking Battlefield removed himself into another time zone. Another timeline. This is a fight. The character can't run away. The character can run away. The character can't run away. Running away is a legit strategy. And it's not counting as giving up. Because if that was the case, then I guess Part 2 JoJo never won anything his entire career. In an entire part. No, running away is a strategy, not a giving up tactic. Giving up is giving up. Giving up is you not fighting anymore. Period. You're not coming back. You allow him to come back, which he should, but okay. What are you talking about? We've done this 100 times. Not 100 times, but a multitude of times during death battles. What's before? Therefore, the Bifrost changes nothing. Yes, it does. It gives him a time to recuperate, understand Luffy's abilities, and come up with a counter. Sure, it does the same thing for Luffy, but the whole deal is who can handle it better. Plus, you're ignoring the fact that, oh my god, Thor can fly. Luffy may be immune to lightning, but he's not immune to damage. He can still take damage. And Thor's abilities and power of this axe is strong enough to hurt Luffy to the point where he can hurt him. Observation Haki can only get you so far in a fight with a person who is equal to semi faster than you in speed. He has the Bifrost to get him out of a jam just in case he needs to recuperate and come up with a legitimate strategy. Luffy is a smart cookie. He is a motherfucking smart motherfucker. However, his gears can drastically hinder his body. We're going by versus debating rules here. Battlefield, no. First of all, you never established that this was versus battle rules, versus debating rules. You never established that. So I only go with the versus battle rules that I've been doing since I've been working at Death Battle, being Death Battle rules. And again, you have to establish 100% what the rules are anyway when you're doing a battle like this. You can't just say, this is the fight, then go back and forth, and then make up the rules as you go along because you think I automatically understand the rules. We haven't discussed this. We haven't discussed that Battlefield means lose, because sometimes Battlefield doesn't mean lose, especially if you can come back. Battlefield means nothing if you can come back. Use Ditto or Mew to transform into Ghost Experience Rec Room to fight Drono. I don't know. Arguing with John, he's got no master. His arguments. I'm not the master of being right. I'm just the master of trying to make sure I understand your definition as long as you can understand mine. Then what are the rules? Let's go by the rules then. Let's start over. What are the rules to Luffy? No, he did not actually dodge light beams. He's not dodged light beams. They have clear telegraphed areas of attack. He did not, and the other beams were not light based. My rule, Luffy wins. Your rules, Thor wins, I guess. We haven't really still established the rules. You're saying battlefield removal because I can come up with ways for Thor to win without battlefield removal. run away, or else it counts them giving up or losing. And yes, I have checked out Remind. She means defeat as well. I don't know. There's a reason not to. Because people have battlefield removing abilities that just mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. But having them be battlefield removed one time automatically means victory actually is very dumb in many occasions, which is why I don't usually go by that as long as their abilities are comparable. Thor can't control water last time I checked. Starting distance, but those they matter right now. Because if you're also going on versus battle, like debates, you actually do need to very, very clearly, concisely say what the rules are. Because one of the main rules that I usually see in versus battle debates is that the speed has been equalized. That their speed is also equalized. Do you agree with the speed equalization? Yes, no. I don't know. It was a good matchup for Milkman. I didn't see it. Like to equalize speed either. That's dumb. Then I don't. Then of course I don't know your own rules. Dang it! You have to tell me your rules. That's the whole problem with this. Versus battle rules clearly state that speed equalization is a proper way to do actual versus battles. And you think equalizing speed is dumb? You have to tell me what your personal rules are. It doesn't matter. They have one feat. They may have one or two feats that show that their feat is that their speed is actually slightly above. If you're 2 times faster than your opponent, that is very, very thing you need to. No, I didn't miss your comment. I'm only preferencing and emphasizing how important it is to make sure that if we're having a versus battle thing and you have particular rules in place and not the rules that I'm used to, being a death battle employee, for Christ's sakes, you have to inform me on that. We just went on a whole entire back and forth for no discernible reason. Luffy destroys Thor. Jeez. I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm just confused. This entire conversation could have just been mitigated instantly. Apollo, it's like you're not even listening to me now. I've already told you that I've seen it. It's a weird argument in chat this whole time. You know, it's this massive argument between you and Paul. Apparently so. And I already told Paulo I've I already said my piece. I'm actually getting kind of annoyed having to say it multiple times now. And this time, I'm kind of convinced that Paulo is getting sick of saying it over and over again. We're apparently being lost in translation toward each other at the same time. I've already saw his comments. I've already responded to his comments. No. I said I was confused beforehand, and it's thanks to you clarifying it that I was no longer confused. I was telling you, thanks to your explanation, I am no longer confused. But I was confused during the initial startup, and all of this would have been avoided on jump if you would have said the initial rules off the bat. And with the initial rules off the bat, I'm sick of repeating it too. I'm sick of repeating it myself. And I've already stated, Luffy destroys store. If all that was already established on the get-go, Luffy wins. Dunzo. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't get a response from you from when I said it like that. So I'm guessing you missed me saying that. So I'm saying it here again. Movie Sonic destroys Movie Mario. Movie Sonic versus Quicksilver? It's very possible Quicksilver, like which Quicksilver? We're talking about the comic version, because the comic version probably wins. The Movie Sonic beats Movie Mario, like, easily. Actually, no. Wait. Never mind. Man, Quicksilver's fucking slow as shit. Not slow. Weak as shit. Why the fuck did they throw fucking Flash at him? Compare Star Mario to Super Sonic when Super Sonic has a longer lasting and his actual buff and rather than being invincible. I know. I think I pretty much had this conversation with a lot of different people on how Mario versus Sonic is actually really fucking stupid. In forms of execution of the victor. I think the animation's great and solid. It's just they really think invincibility versus invincibility is exactly the same, and they counter each other when they don't take into account that one lasts longer than the other. Jotaro versus Escanor. That's a hard one. Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure Escanor has it. I'm pretty sure. Thing is like, it's like, oh jeez, wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Escanor can beat him. Sure, go ahead. If you feel like it, Gru. Is Arsenal? Probably. Watch out. Sure, okay. You know, Queen's Blade? Yes. I don't remember me watching it, but I do. Versus Kotal Khan? I don't know either character. Your star platinum stop time? Who decided that? You were going to aura me to death? Who decided that? So, yeah, to tell you the truth, I think Escanor's got it. It's all Polnareff's fault. So are we done? Because I can end this. Because right now we're not really having any sort of like back and forth anymore. I think we're pretty much through, right? Because I need to see if I can get at least 5 pages done before I have to go to sleep. You watch Dexter? No. Of course I do. It's fun. I guess. No. Be done. I guess we're done. I guess we're done then. I still got 5 pages to do. I'm almost done. I'm almost finally done with Caden's goddamn fucking side story. It took me over 120 pages to get done with this goddamn thing. It usually takes me 70. What the fuck? Oh, right. It's because I fucked myself. I almost forgot about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn me, my goddamn fucking brain. Ah, damn it. It's really worth it. It's for the story. Just keep telling yourself that. I keep telling yourself that, John. I keep telling yourself that. Alright. Anyway, gotta go. Oh, shit. I'm never gonna get done with this goddamn chapter. Goodbye.